Bottoms, former mayor of Atlanta and former senior advisor to President Biden. She is now the Democratic nominee for governor in Georgia, and she is the author of The Rough Side of the Mountain, a memoir. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Can you first explain to us what happened? Why did the Republicans today decide not to redraw the congressional districts in Georgia?
Well, it's my understanding that they just didn't have the votes. They didn't have the appetite to redraw those maps. There are a lot of races on the ballot this year, of course, and Republicans are concerned that some of those seats could flip. But I do want to remind people, while we are happy that it didn't happen today, it's not over until it's over. They are still in special session. It very well could come back up again, and even possibly a special session can be called later in the year. So this is a minor, small victory. We'll celebrate this win, but stay tuned.
So you now know who you're running against, a Republican billionaire, something Democrats have been having to do in states around the country. This is somebody who can just flood the state of Georgia with campaign money, advertising money. How do you counter that?
This guy spent already $120 million just to win the primary. He said that if he's elected, he will be Donald Trump's favorite governor. How we counter that? With the voices of the people that can be reflected through their votes. He may have the power or he may have the money, but the people still have the power. And I remind people, everybody has one vote. He's going to have one vote in the same way the sanitation worker who picks up our trash this week will have one vote. So I'm not intimidated by that at all. But if people want to help support our campaign, they can certainly do that at KeishaForGovernor.com, because we need all the resources we can get.
What is going to be the number one issue in this campaign?
Everywhere I go, it's the cost of living. Everybody is talking about the cost of living. And in Georgia, since the beginning of the year, 500,000 people have opted not to have health care because costs have gone up. Small business owners are complaining about how their premiums have almost tripled since the beginning of the year. Add on top of that the cost of gas and groceries, the cost of housing. Whether I'm in a rural community or an urban city, everybody is talking about it.
Keisha Lance Bottoms, candidate for governor of Georgia, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.